process of learning. And this is something that I think all of us have to be reminded of as we go through the process and go through some of the obstacles, but also find some of the juiciest material ever. So as we finished up our retreat, our 4-day retreat here this afternoon, we have our banquet in our own homes since it's an online virtual retreat. And the learning has been unbelievable, but the people have also been very open, honest, and operating with an integrity that is out of this world for wanting to learn and expand what they're capable of, which is just so incredible. So I'm going to approach Tai Chi today from the same place. How is it that you are going to learn? So hi, Jeanette. So what I'm going to do is just start with the first two parts of the Tai Chi set. I'm going to do the standing. You're welcome to do the seated version if you wish. If you are just joining and you haven't done Tai Chi before, sit down, copy my arms. Forget about the rest. Just see if you can copy. And I'm going to go through this, and we do this pattern at the very beginning so we get a flow started. And this is really important for learning. So let's just adjust this here. I was going to try to go outside today because it would be fantastic to be doing Tai Chi out with our feet in the grass and really be grounded. We watched the movie, the Earthing movie last night. Oh my gosh, I learned so much and have such a new appreciation for being able to take Tai Chi into the park, onto the grass, in the trees. So I do hope that you're going to take some of these lessons, go out and play, because that's where you're going to really be able to do some significant healing while your feet are grounded and you're connected to the earth. Okay, so let's start the Tai Chi set. We're going to come around with the hands into the bow, and we're just looking for flow. So just let this completely relax and open, and then sink. And then commencement is going to come up. It's just like a wave on the water. Sink. And again, we're working on flow, just to get that flow to happen. Nice deep breath in. That circle brings the energy from the outside in. And this comes through. Palm to palm. Sinking back. Spirals around to one side. Sink into the right. Foot, hand, glide across and expand. Half a step, strum the paper. Brush knee, half a step, heel goes out, strum the paper, open, brush knee, twist step, hold the flowers, step patois, in, out, wipe the sleeve, step forward, I'm just going to move back a bit and punch. Sink, two hands. So there's the first 17. Seems like nothing. Crosses over. Turn that whole leg. Brush knee. Palm to palm. Sinking back. Whip out diagonal. Fist goes underneath the elbow. Expand and open. Step back. Ward off monkey. step back. Step back with your right foot. It's going to go into the right, over to the left. Step with your right, reach out. Step, heel goes out, sink. Lower dantian. White stork spreads wings up to the top. Let that go. And then brush knee. Half a step. Push the needle to C bottom. And then reach out. Sink back. Chop. Wipe the sleeve. Hold the flowers. Lift. Step patois. In, out. Sink. Step through and punch. Twist step. Hold the ball. Grass bird's tail. I'm just going to back up a bit so you can see my feet. Bow and arrow back. Palm to palm. Open, two hands. Comes around. Whip to one side. Move hands like clouds. Whip, comes around, place the foot. I'm just hold there for a second, I'm just going to back up. High pat on horse, sink into the right. Step and reach out. Cross the hands, toe kick. Reach. Cross and toe kick. Heel kick. Brush knee. Twist step. Brush knee. Twist step. Low punch. Still going. Sorry, out of room. Sinks back. Chop. Right the sleeve, hold the flowers. Left parry and punch. Twist step. Heel kick. Hold the flowers. Sink. Strike the tiger. Hold the flowers. Sink. Strike the tiger. Sinking back, heel kick. This goes all the way around. Sink. Heel kick. And turn. Heel kick. Turn, sink. Let's just keep going. Flow is feeling quite nice. Okay, so turn. Carry the tiger to the mountain again. This is a repeat. Sink. Palm to palm. Two hands. This is going to come around. Whip out horizontal. So right hand is going out. We're facing the front. Sink back into the right. Hold the ball. Step with the right foot and reach. These are nice, beautiful figure eights. Outside to inside, expansion and contraction. Hold the ball. Hold the ball, left grass bird's tail. Hold the ball. I'm just going to back up again. Grass bird's tail. Bow and arrow back. Sink. Open, two hands. Sink. Turn, whip out. And reach. So turn for Fair Lady Shuttle. So we worked on this, I believe it was yesterday. A little bit of a blur. See, back into the right, over to the left, plant the foot, expand, cross, step, expand, sink back into the right, turn, reach out, hold the ball, left grass bird's tail, hold the ball, grass bird's tail. Palm to palm. Sink. Whip to one side. Move hands like clouds. We're going to have 7 of them. We worked on these many, many ways over the last 100 days. Sink. Whip. And then into a snake. Open your right toe, open your left heel, sink down, standing on the left. Step patois, standing on the right. Open, out. Into the right, over to the left, reach out. Step up to raise hands, foot, hand, glide across, white stork spreads wings. Half a step, push the needle to sea bottom, sink, reach out, sink back into the right, turn the whole left side around, chop. That would be flat hand. Snake puts out his tongue. In, out, wipe, pass through. Twist step. Grass bird's tail, comes back. Palm to palm. Open, two hands, sinks back. Turn that right foot all the way around, whip to one side. Now we have, move hands like clouds. We have 3 times. See if I can move myself back so you can see my feet a little bit better. Three, comes in, sink, high pat on horse, sink, hold the flowers, in, out, wipe, step through, twist step, hold the ball. I'm just going to move my feet again, grass bird's tail. Snake, open your right foot, left heel, sink. Reach up to 7 stars, step back with your right, and reach out. Sink into your right, over to your left, Hakwa, pigeon toe, reach. Sinks back, hold the flowers, in, out, wipe the sleeve, step through and punch. Two hands, sink. Crosses over, and let that go. Put the bow on the end. That feels wonderful. Okay, so here's what I want to share with you. The learning process has 3 basic principles. This is coming from Gerda Getty's book, The Golden Needle. Flow, balance, and clarity. So the Chinese concept of flow and change is said to go back to the legendary Yellow Emperor and of the Zhou dynasty. The founder of Chinese medicine, and the story goes that during his reign there was a terrible flood, and there was no outlet for the water. It became stagnant and putrid. And the emperor said, what happens to the water will also happen to the human body if it does not move. Illness will creep in. So he had to start building irrigation canals to direct the water and make it flow. And this is our basic principle of acupuncture, which is why we do Tai Chi. So if we go to principle number 2, 2 is balance. In order to find balance, we have to train and strengthen our muscles. We need a basic knowledge of anatomy, as it's then easier to visualize how the muscles move the bones into successive positions and appropriate alignments, and how the muscles can be used in the most efficient and economical way. We begin to understand how each movement is related to the in-breath and the out-breath, also the yang and the yin. So we talked about that for the last couple of weeks. When we find the true balance, each movement requires less effort and can be used with better effect. And in this way, energy can be saved. So now, we know from conversation that we're always storing energy in our lower dantian, below the belly button. And you need to move in order for that to happen. And you need to be filling the qi up into lower dantian, but also in between the joints. And once the joints get full, then it goes into the bone. The bone starts storing energy, and you have energy anytime you need it to go forward, but also you have flow, so you use your energy very efficiently. Okay, so the third one is clarity. Clarity is the essence of Taoism, a person who finds simplicity out of complexity. Finding clarity is the process of listening and learning, accumulating and discharging, experimenting, holding on to what feels right, and letting go of what feels wrong. So when a young man acts with their whole body, they don't pay much attention to the parts. They just do what they need to do. But as you get older, you start to act with the whole body. But now you know exactly what is happening with every little piece, right down to your pinky fingernail. The process of refining a movement down to its bare essence is an exciting lifelong work and requires constant adjustment. So as the body grows older and loses some of strength and flexibility, one has to retain the flow, the balance, and the clarity. And so with that, this goes for anything in life. But when you're thinking about your Tai Chi and how you use your Tai Chi, you need to really be thinking about how you're learning your Tai Chi. So if you come in with a thought, this is the way it's going to be, this is the only way I'm going to do it, this is the only way I can do it, that's all you're going to have. But if you come in with an open heart to learn and take anything from whatever lesson each day brings you, then you have the opportunity to change and grow. But you never know what your lesson's going to be. So if you come in with some judgment about where it's going to be, that's all you're going to find or not find. And if you come in with an open heart, you have no idea where the lesson will be, but it's always sweet. That's what I love about it. Okay, so having said that, we're looking for flow, balance, and clarity while we move. And yesterday I was pulling a couple of movements where we didn't have clarity and trying to help you to just work through that pattern. That's where Fair Lady Shuttle came in. And I would like to do Sweep Lotus again, which I did a few days ago, I know, but I would like to do it again because this is the one that's at the end of the set, gets the least amount of time usually for practice. And for me, really, it brings the most clarity because it has all of the essences of all the movements in this one little package. And if you can gain the skill of it, then that's great. Okay, so from a standing perspective, now I'm going to cut my head off. From a standing perspective, let's try it. From the last whip to one side. So if this is my front, I'm turning to my left. I'm putting up my left foot. There's my whip to one side. So I'm going to sink. As soon as I sink, my lower back opens. Shoulder releases, elbow releases. The weight goes back into the right and pops my right toe open. So my right toe is facing right to the front now. And then as my weight goes into my right, my left heel can adjust, which allows me to drop a little bit lower. And as I go down on that right leg, I can sweep my hand through and pull myself up. And this is going to go to put the right foot out in front of you. The hand comes up and turns over. There's an extension of the back, lengthen, step back with the right foot to sink into it, step into the corner, reach out, sink back into the right, turn the whole left side. We really worked on that the last week. Sink. So now your back is nice and open and your hips are released. You can open, you can turn, you can sink, and here is the finishing action, kick, hit, out. Sinks back, hold the flowers, which goes up, sink to open the back, place the foot patois, in, push off that back foot, so you're working through that left toe, you can feel the toes, and now you're going to push off of them. Step comes through. Sinks back, sinks forward, sinks back, whole leg turns, turn, turn, sink. Crosses over, and let that go, sink. Okay, so now let's break it down. I talked about several pieces in there. One is about relaxing so the hip can open, and then the whole leg can do a spiraling action in and out. Same on the other side. Everything that you're doing is the whole leg, and you're turning from inside the pelvis. Okay, so you shouldn't notice any torquing on your knees, nothing on your ankles. You should feel more flexibility actually come through the ankle just from the action that you're doing. And then you saw me pushing off that back foot to the ball of the foot and then pushing off each toe. Now it would be easy to go big toe, second toe. So I have to really find my pinky toe, my fourth toe, my third toe, my second toe is like the last one that leaves because it's longer than my big toe. Okay, so here we go again. So you have sink. Feel that back open, feel the hips relax. Swing open the right, swing open the heel, drop. Comes through. Up, open the the spine, drop the tailbone, sink. Drop, expand, sink. Down and to the right, turn, sink, open, turn. This is going to reach out, comes back, hold the flowers, lifts you up, then you're going to drop that tailbone, in, out, push that back foot, feel the toes on that left foot. It's going to open for you to be able to bring energy in, yin side, yin comes in, sink, push, push, sink. This goes over to the left, adjust the right foot, push off the left, over towards the right, then balance them out and bring your balance into the middle on the end. Okay, so I'm going to turn around and face the other way. Let's do it one time that way, just in case there's something that you didn't get to see. So, sink. What are we doing here? Snake. Sink back into the right, open, heel, sink. Comes through. Reach up to 7 stars. Step back with your right foot. Left foot goes into the corner, expand. Sink back into the right, turn the whole left side. Into the left foot, into the right, into the left, sweep. And it would be really delightful if I hit my foot. I didn't quite make that. Hold the flowers, step patois, in, out, wipe. If I really spend time on that action, then I can find my toe, which tells me that I'm still too tight when I'm doing Tai Chi, and I need to relax even a little bit more. But one of the things about being the teacher is you have to keep talking. And when you're talking, it provides a level of tension in the body. So it takes me a little bit longer to get to the relaxation point. Okay, so that's that little pattern. But now let's take it to seated, because seated is going to tell us a little bit more about ourselves. So if we're thinking about flow, balance, and clarity, this comes through when we stop to learn about the move. So here's our whip to one side. So we're going to go sink, which is going to go from the sit bone towards the tailbone. The hand comes down. You can feel the lower back just completely relax. Hand comes up. Lengthen up through the spine, out through the top of the head, and then drop your spine. Push into the feet to come back. Push into the right. Push into the left. What am I doing? Comes back. Sorry. I was just so used to just winding like that. My body recognized the pattern. Sorry, reach up to 7 stars. Sink back. Okay, let me try this again. Push out. It's falling into the feet. So now you're going to push into the feet. You can feel the lower back. This goes to the right. Push into your right foot. Takes you towards the left. Into your left foot. And reach out. I actually reached further down. Almost hit my foot that time. Hold the flowers. Comes up. Feel that up through the spine. Sink. In. Out. There's another lift. Sink. It's like those waves that we talked about with commencement. It's a beautiful wave that comes through. Push back. 2 hands. Out. Push into the feet. Sink. Lift. Open. Sink. Yeah. Okay. Let's do one more time and see if within your body you can find the flow. So I know you'll hear my voice, but see if you can flow from one side to the next side. Just find that way to make the flow come through. Okay? So sink back, drop, lift, lengthen, tailbone drops. Sink back, push into the right leg with awareness. Into the left, brings you back to the right hip. Right goes to the left. Left comes around to the right. Release my leg all together. Hold the flowers, comes up, lift, 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 lift. In, out, wipe. Fall into the feet, push out of the feet. Two hands, fall into the feet, push out of the feet. Sink, cross, open, sink. Yeah. Okay. So that gives us 108 of the Tai Chi. We got all the way through, which is fantastic. So let's take one move from Saber, just so that you have a little bit of practice. And on this one, we worked on the end part of it last time. We worked on also over the top, bringing it back. So let's work on the swing that comes around and then comes through and then grabs onto the wrist and then out. And the reason for that is it's easy to lean. It's easy to go like this, and it's easy to duck your head underneath your arm, so you don't have to use your arm quite so much. But instead, I'd like you to use your feet and push to use that whole body movement. So if you think about flow, we're going to have flow from head to toe, and we're going to balance. So the shoulders are going to be balanced. We're not going to be leaning, okay? And the movement then hopefully will provide you with clarity. So we are starting from here. It has a push out. So now the weight goes, awareness into your right foot, allows you to begin the turn, shifts to the left foot, but you rise up. So you're as tall as you can be, and let that arm flow right out behind you. Sweeps through. Push into both feet. Fingertips come to the wrist. Lift goes up, 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 all the way around, and fall. Okay, so I'm hoping you could feel that. Okay, so let's try it again. So you were here. Sink. Okay, right foot starts a lift up actually. The left hand is pulling forward, so you can begin that spiral. It's a small one too. Comes all the way through, up, all the way around, and sink. Now that one, you can stay seated at the top or you can fall forward. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. If you don't want to fall forward into the feet, you can go between the sit bones and the tailbone, and there'll just be like a little sink or pause that's going to go into that movement. Okay? Now, this time I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to let you go through it and just experience it. Okay? Now let's do one more time. It just flowed so nicely. Beautiful. Okay, so let's leave that. Let's move to low cup. And low cup, I know I worked on part 2 for quite a while to make sure people could really get it. So I didn't spend lots of time in part 1. We have been using this pattern here that winds around. And I would love to do back into some of the back again. I smell my soup is getting hot, so hold on a second. We have a little banquet tonight, and it's hotter than blazes. It's like at least 30 degrees, and I'm making soup. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so low cup. Okay, so we practiced right foot forward. So we were coming out. And again, we're looking for flow. So sink back. This is what we did the last couple of days. Turn the whole right side of the body. Push off the back foot. Feel yourself come off with those toes. Step. And this is going to express out as you go down. Push into both feet to come up. So you don't want to be imbalanced there. You don't start turning until you get up. This is going to come around and your whole left side is going to turn and you are going to push off your right foot, off the toes. Push, sink. Open the hands. Hold the ball. Sink. And now reach. Expand. Step and reach. Expand. Wipe, wipe. This is such a beautiful movement to find the flow through the hips and to let everything relax. So we'll stop there for a moment. So you've come all the way around, you've gone hold the ball. So I'll do that again. So you've got hold the ball, sink. Step with the left foot, and you're going to go expand. And right there, I want you to open the hip and let, as you move into this, your right hip is going to have to expand and open. There'll be a spiral out. And as you come into this left foot, it's going to spiral the same way. Hold the ball. So in your back, you're going to feel down sacrospinalis, down the outside two sides of the back towards L5 at the bottom. You're going to feel along there if there's anything tight. And then this is going to come through, same thing. Feel that openness that you can create in the left side by opening the hip. And then a spiral is going to go out with your right. Push. So this sends you back into the left. Adjust your right toe. Push from the left into the right. Bring your feet together. This pushes up through the legs, through the back, through the neck. Lengthen. And then you have a drop. That was pretty sweet. Let's do it one more time. Hold the ball. Step. Now let that right hip open. Let the left hip spiral out. Hold the ball. Step open. Let the spiral. Sinks back. Gives you a wipe. Toe turns. Sink. Drop and lift. Up. Expand. Sink. Open. Sink. Open. Reach. One. So feel that openness. So as you push off of this left foot, feel the left side open. Push off the right foot, feel the right side open. Now this goes sink, turn your toe, claw, claw, dig, sink back, drop. Whole leg turns on the left, lift. Now you're going to go down your right leg and feel that whole leg, the whole right side turn, the whole right shoulder turn. Push off the back foot, right to the end of your toes. Step. Push through. Sink. This is going to lift. It's coming up. You're going to turn the hand, push through that right foot, walk through your toes, push up. Sinks back, sinks over to the left, and reach up. Okay, I'm not sure if I had my hand right at the end there. I was just so excited because my feet felt really, really good on that last part. We go from the claw again. Okay, so that foot does a dig, sink. Now you lift the left toe, turn the whole left side in. Expand. So now this is going to go down the right leg. Heel goes down. open and expand, push off the left foot and spiral. Step in, push. Sink back into the right, draws you up, and then you're going to walk through the feet. Up, toe, heel, heel, toe, push. That was the right hand. Okay, and then that's that walking through the feet, which we've done a lot of. Now, if you think about walking through the feet for clarity, balance, and flow, you know that walking up, find that balance, step, sink. And really using the muscles in the feet. When you're doing like this dig here, feel the toes, all 5 of them. Go down onto the floor. Fall into that foot. Turn. Use the whole leg. And as this is going to come around, this just completely opens everything up. But then that foot at the back pushes through the toes on that side. And what we're doing with that is creating water flow. Fluid moving from the left to the right. Trying to get it to come through and out. And trying to get the body to process it. So those little actions with the feet are really important. When it's hot outside, we get kind of muggy. Our body can get very humid. Then you want to really get that flow moving. It's really important that it doesn't sit. Okay, so let's do that last little piece one more time. Reach out with the claw. Sink back. Sink. Turn the left side. Expand. And then you're going to sweep down, open, push, step, push through, sink back. Comes up through the foot, toe, heel, toe, push out. Comes around, hold the ball. And this should have gone to the brow last time. Sorry, I get stuck in the dining room chairs. So there. Okay. Let's finish off today with sink back. Turn the palm up. Hand comes down. This goes back. Goes all the way behind you. You open up those cloacals, hips and shoulders. 1, 2. Pull down. Roll those hands up. Sink for your spine. Flow. Up. Sink with the spine. Flow. And then you would walk into the corner, toe, heel, toe, sink. Sweep, sweep, sweep. This is too much at one time, I know. You don't know the moves. Okay, beautiful moves. Okay, so let's go from here. So there's a spiral action that takes you spiraling down into your right, and the left leg is spiraling in. There. Okay, now you push into the right, it spirals you back, starts to spiral behind you, you're opening the right hand, right toe is going to turn the whole leg in, hand goes behind, sink. Everything opens and pulls in. Lift. Sink. Step to push. That goes out. Lift. Up. Sink. Turn. Push. Okay. All right. So I'm hoping those choices of movements today found you a way for some balance, some flow with relaxation, and then clarity. Clarity of how you can move a little bit better, how you can move to open those hips, close them, expand and contract. So I learned a little twist to go with Cook's Hookup here, which you can do like this, or you can do like this. But if you don't like it that way, you can hook your thumbs together. Hook your thumbs together and cross them. And your fingertips will go to lung alarm point, which is up by the shoulder. And that's another way that you can do it if you don't want to link your fingers. It's the first time I heard that. So I've got my right foot over and my right hand over. My tongue's on the roof of my mouth. And we know that the body will kind of sway when it's got the figure 8 pattern linking through. And then this one, I usually go here, but today I learned here, which is your thumb. It's coming into the sternum, thymus, holding there. Or you can bring it up to third eye and hold there. All three are delightful. So I'll let you play with that a little bit. But that's a nice way to finish. So if it's been really stressful, trying to learn, see which way I'm moving, then you want to make sure you always finish relaxed, because you want your body relaxed moving into whatever it is you're going to do next. Okay, that's it for Thursday, which is a terrific Thursday. And I'm going to see you for a fabulous Friday. Have a great rest of your day. And if it's beautiful weather where you are, please go put your feet in the grass. And if you haven't seen the Earthing movie, take a look. Very, very good. Okay, bye.